Freedom is an illusion programmed into the code to make slavery bearable. This is how empires actually work. They don't crush every rebellion. They absorb them, predict them, turn them into pressure release valves. The Matrix is brilliant because it shows us that even our desire for freedom can be commodified, controlled, and made part of the very system we're trying to escape. And Neo was supposed to follow the pattern. Choose Zion over Trinity. Save the many over the one. Make the rational, utilitarian choice that preserves humanity for another cycle. The architect can already see the chemical precursors for Neo's decision forming in his brain. The machines have won before the choice is even made.
The problem is choice.
Except Neo does something unprecedented. He chooses the left door. He chooses Trinity. He chooses love over logic, one person over thousands, the irrational over the calculated.
Hope. It is the quintessential human delusion, simultaneously the source of your greatest strength and your greatest weakness.
The architect calls it humanity's fatal flaw. But what if he's wrong? What if the machine's inability to understand hope is actually their weakness, not ours? Because here's what the architect can't grasp. Genuine selflessness doesn't operate on game theory. It can't be predicted because it has no payoff. And a system built entirely on rational calculation literally cannot see it coming. Neo's choice to save Trinity seems small, personal, maybe even selfish. He's choosing one woman over the entire human race. But that choice starts a chain reaction that nobody, not even the Oracle, fully predicted.
Can you tell me what you would give to hold on to that connection?
Anything.
Earlier in the film, Ramachandra asks Neo this simple question, and Neo doesn't hesitate. Ramachandra, a program who claims to love his daughter, recognizes something in Neo that the architect never could. The willingness to sacrifice everything for something that can't be quantified, measured, or predicted. Trinity lives by the same code. Not some of it, not most of it, everything. That's not strategy, that's not tactics, that's love. And love is fundamentally irrational. And once Neo breaks the pattern, once he steps outside the architect's equation, everything starts to cascade. Morpheus has spent the entire trilogy believing in prophecy, in destiny, in the One. But in Revolutions, his faith gets tested. The prophecy seems broken. Neo is trapped. Nothing makes sense anymore.
As long as there is a single breath in his body, he will not give up. And neither can we.
And yet Morpheus chooses to keep believing. Not in prophecy, in Neo the person. He tells the council this: that's faith without evidence. That's selfless loyalty to a friend when rational calculation says it's hopeless.
I still don't. I believe in him.
Niobe doesn't believe in the One at all. She says it explicitly when asked. But when Neo asks for her ship, she gives it to him anyway. Why? Because she believes in him as a person. She's sacrificing her vessel, her mission, maybe her life, for someone whose plan sounds completely insane. There's no logical reason to do this. She does it anyway. Captain Mifune dies holding Gate 3 open, telling the kid with his last breath that he can do it. The kid isn't trained. He's 16, lying about being 18. He has no business piloting an APU, but he does it because Mifune believed in him.
I didn't finish the training program.
Neither did I.
When the kid says he didn't finish the training program, Mifune's final words are perfect. Neither did he. And yet, here they are, fighting anyway. And Trinity flies straight into the machine city knowing she'll die. Neo knows it too. He tells her he's scared, and she responds by describing how it took her 10 minutes just to buckle one boot because her hands were shaking. But she hasn't changed her mind. 6 hours ago, she promised to give everything for Neo. Now she's making good on that promise. Every single one of these choices violates rational self-interest. Game theory says they're all making mistakes. The machine's algorithms would categorize these decisions as errors, glitches, failures of logic. But that's exactly why they work, because the machines built their entire civilization on the assumption that every actor pursues maximum benefit at minimum cost. Humans will always choose survival over death, many over one, certainty over risk. Selfless sacrifice has no payoff, so it doesn't compute. It's invisible to the system, and once enough people start making these impossible choices, the probability matrix starts breaking down. The machines can't predict what happens next, because they're watching variables behave in ways that shouldn't be possible. That's the shift. from prophecy to person, from destiny to choice, from calculated rebellion to genuine sacrifice. And it's not random. It's not just emotional. There's a specific reason why this pattern of selflessness leads to Neo's final sacrifice. Because he's not just improvising. He's following a template that's existed for thousands of years. The Wachowskis didn't hide the Christian imagery. Neo literally dies in a cruciform position with golden light radiating from his body. His initials are TA, Thomas Anderson, doubting Thomas who becomes the Anderson, the Son of Man. He's resurrected after dying in the first film. He performs miracles. The symbolism is everywhere. But this isn't just visual reference for the sake of looking cool. It's thematic. Because Neo's sacrifice mirrors Christ's in a way that reveals something fundamental about how selfless acts break systemic logic.
He is you. Your opposite, your negative. The result of the equation trying to balance itself out.
The Oracle explains Smith perfectly. Smith is Neo's shadow self. Everything Neo represents, selflessness, love, sacrifice, Smith represents the opposite, ego, domination, the desire to consume everything and turn it into himself. Smith is sin made manifest, not in the religious sense, but in the systemic sense. He's unchecked human corruption, the virus that infects both humans and programs. He's what happens when self-interest becomes pathological, when the desire for control metastasizes until it destroys everything. And here's the pattern. Christ defeats sin not by fighting it, but by absorbing it. He takes on the sins of humanity, dies carrying them, and through that death creates the possibility of redemption. It looks like defeat, the Son of God dying on a cross like a common criminal. But that apparent defeat is actually the strategy. Neo does the same thing. He can't defeat Smith in combat. The Oracle has already shown Smith that Neo dies in this confrontation. The ending is predetermined. Smith has won, so Neo does the one thing Smith can't understand. He stops fighting, he accepts assimilation, he lets Smith take over his body, lets the virus spread to its ultimate host. It looks like total defeat. Smith thinks he's won.
Is it over?
But Neo chose this. He laid down and let it happen. By becoming the host for Smith, Neo gives the machines a direct connection to the source code of their own corrupted creation. They can purge the Smith virus by purging Neo, the sacrifice that saves both worlds. Christ dies for humanity's sins and rises to offer salvation. Neo dies hosting Smith's virus and creates the peace that allows the machines to free any human who wants to leave. Both prove the same principle. The greatest power isn't dominance. It's the willingness to give up everything, including your life, for a purpose larger than yourself.
I have your word.
What do you think I am? Human?
The architect and the Oracle meet at the end, and their conversation reveals the implications. The architect asks about the ones who want out of the Matrix. The Oracle presses him. And the architect, pure logic, responds with this. Neo's death doesn't just end the war, it creates a new covenant. Humans who want to leave can leave. The machines agree to peace. The cycle is broken, not because anyone won, but because someone was willing to lose everything to make a different outcome possible. This pattern, breaking systems through sacrifice instead of force, isn't limited to religious texts. It's how real change has always happened. The Matrix isn't just science fiction, it's an allegory for any system of control, and the history of human civilization is full of empires that operated exactly like the machines do. They calculate human behavior, they predict rebellion, they have strategies for crushing resistance and co-opting movements. Gandhi didn't defeat the British Empire with armies. He couldn't. They had superior firepower, resources, infrastructure. So he did something the empire couldn't calculate. He met their violence with non-violence. He accepted suffering without retaliation. He made their brutality look monstrous by refusing to respond in kind. The British could strategize against armed rebellion. They had no playbook for a man who kept getting beaten and arrested and who simply refused to fight back. Gandhi stepped outside the system's logic. He didn't try to beat the empire at its own game. He made the game irrelevant. The Buddha gave up